live and direct, live and direct, live and direct, live and direct. It's your boy, always real, never fake. Alex REATAK is in the building, coming at you guys with another one. Freaking commercial. I'm watching the game. I had to mute it. I'm watching the Lakers versus Boston game, guys. I'm not doing the live stream from the computer because I really don't feel good. My kidneys are hurting. So, I gotta lay down. What's up, what's up, what's up, guys? What's up, guys? Guys, don't forget to smash that like button. Over here, it's snowing bad. Bad, bad, bad. Like, the snow is off the hook. But, I wanted to talk about different subjects. Like the fact that, you know, AT&T still hasn't fixed the tower. My speeds on Cricket still haven't improved. So, well, not fix the tower. They haven't, I guess, finished the updates that they were doing because my speeds with Cricket are still the same. They haven't changed at all. So, due to that factor, is a waiting game. It is definitely a waiting game. Definitely a waiting game. And look, I forgot. I thought I had. I got the Wi-Fi turned on, and I thought I was gonna do a speed test on Cricket. Let me turn off Wi-Fi. There we go. And now let me airplane mode Cricket real quick. Leave it off for a little bit. And like I said, guys, don't forget to smash that like button. It really helps out the channel. Take it off of airplane mode, and let's see. Let's see if it'll even pick up 5G plus. Because the way it's looking like it's not gonna pick up 5G plus. Let me see what kind of server it picks up. Let me pick a server. AT&T doesn't have no servers available. All I see is Verizon. Damn, so no AT&T servers. Wow, that's crazy. I'll just pick the Boost server. Speed test Cricket on the Boost server. So I'm gonna turn on the camera so you guys can see. See, speeds are still not the greatest on Cricket right now. Because of the two towers being upgraded. So it's not what I'm used to getting. I usually get like 300 side down. And right now, that is definitely not a possibility. I repeat, not a possibility. So you see, so I get better speeds than that on the Samsung Galaxy A26 with Metro. Not even joking, with Metro. So hold on, let me unlock the phone, and here goes the Samsung Galaxy on Metro. See, these are better speeds. Metro's uploads are faster than Cricket's download and upload put together. 79.2 over 56.2. So definitely better speeds coming out of Metro. Way better speeds. Way better speeds. So as you guys can see, Cricket hasn't fixed anything. It sucks, but it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. And I'm in my room because, like I said, I don't feel good. My kidneys are hurting. I've been drinking a lot of what's that called? Cranberry juice and water the last 2 days to subside the pain. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna show you guys real quick how bad it is out here. Look at this. Look at how bad it is out there. And it's still snowing too. Still snowing. So yeah. Yep. So I'm guessing that's gonna delay the whole procedure of AT&T being able to fix the tower even sooner because of the snow. So that's Mother Nature. Can't do nothing about that. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But I was like, you know what? Let me do a quick live stream. You know, so the cricket situation is not gonna get any better. It's so bad right now that I activated a red pocket line, and they're not able to send me the activation code till tomorrow. That's how bad it is. Because I chose to activate it on AT&T and not Verizon or T-Mobile. Because Red Pocket does use all three networks. And I put my Metro referral code in the community tab. My Metro referral code in the community tab. After 60 days, you'll receive a prepaid $25 MasterCard via your email, virtual, and I'll get one too. So Metro gives you a $25 gift card, and it gives me a $25 gift card. So I found out how to do referrals on Metro. Metro by T-Mobile, baby. So like I said, truly unlimited data for $30 a month without auto pay. Definitely a great option, guys. Definitely a great option. Matter of fact, I wanted to know something. So let me grab the 17 Pro and ask Gemini something because I really want to know this. What's up, Bobby? Yes, Bobby, we are live and direct, bro. Where is Gemini? Gemini. Does Red Pocket Wireless have truly unlimited talk? Hold on. What the hell's going on? No. Does Oh my God, why did it do this? Gemini. Does Red Pocket Mobile have truly unlimited talk on their $10 plan? Let's see.
Yes, Red Pocket Mobile's $10 monthly plan, often called the Essentials plan, does include unlimited talk and text. While Red Pocket has offered various limited plans in the past, like the 500-minute or 1,000-minute annual eBay specials, their standard $10 per month monthly plan has been upgraded to provide unlimited everything with a specific cap on high-speed data. Plan details at a glance. Feature: $10 Essentials plan. Talk: unlimited within the U.S. Text: unlimited. High-speed data: 3 gigabytes of 5G LTE, recently increased from 1 gigabyte. Network: choice of GSMA, AT&T, GSMT, Bash Mobile, or CDMA, Verizon. International: unlimited calling to 20 plus countries.
Oh, I cut them off. My bad. Unlimited calling to plenty. What? 20 plus countries?
Included. Important nuances to consider. The unlimited data catch. While talk and text are truly unlimited, the data is not. After you use your 3 gigabytes of high-speed data, your speeds will be drastically reduced, typically to 64 kilobits per second or 2G speeds, for the remainder of the month.
Oh my
Annual
god.
versus monthly. Sometimes you'll see a 10 per month price on eBay that requires you TO pay asterisk 120 upfront asterisk for the year. These annual plans.
Nah, forget that. Hell no. That's crazy. And guys, don't forget to like the live stream for real. It helps out the live stream a lot by liking it. So yeah, the $10 plan from Red Pocket, you could pick it on T-Mobile, AT&T, or Verizon, and you'll have truly unlimited talk and text in the United States, and 3 gigs that go down to 2G speeds.
And sometimes
Okay, now let me see something. How unlimited is their $30 plan for Red Pocket Mobile? I'm trying to find this out.
Red Pocket Mobile's $30 premium plan is marketed as unlimited everything, but in the world of prepaid wireless, unlimited usually comes with a speed cap. On this plan, your data is unlimited in quantity, but your high-speed access is capped. Once you hit that cap, your speeds drop significantly for the rest of the billing cycle. The $30 plan breakdown, as of early 2026, feature details: high-speed data, 50 gigabytes of 5G to Lash premium data. Throttled speed, up to 150 megabits per second on GSMA of AT&T, approximately 1 megabit per second on others. Mobile hotspot, 10 gigabytes included. Uses your high-speed bucket. Talk and text, truly unlimited. US PR.
That's crazy, right? So if you get the $30 plan on T-Mobile or Verizon, your speeds are going to be reduced to 1 meg per second. But if you're on the AT&T side, you get 150 megs. Wow. That's kind of like the Dark Star plan. The Dark Star plan has more unlimited than if you use US Mobile on, Verizon on the Warp or the Light network, which only give you 100 gigs of premium data. So that is crazy. But you guys know I already exposed US Mobile, where Gemini said if you do too much speed testing, you will get your services will get cut off. You used 150 gigs already? Be careful, broski. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Be careful. I wouldn't want your service to get terminated from US Mobile. Talking about you're abusing the network. Network abuse. That's what they like to call it. Not me. They do. Network abuse. You are abusing the crap out of the network, man. We can't have you doing that. So it's definitely important for you to know what you're getting yourself into. I would say before you switch to a carrier, if you don't know the term and you don't feel like reading terms and conditions, download Gemini and ask Gemini how truly unlimited is the plan from this carrier. And it'll definitely tell you. It'll read the terms and conditions for you. So I think Gemini is the best thing that could have ever happened. You were here, homie, when I was doing the when Gemini was reading the terms and conditions of US Mobile. They will cut your shit off if they see that it's excessive abuse of the network. And guys, come on, man, smash that like button. I got 11 people watching and only 2 likes. It really helps out the live stream for real. I remember years ago I said lives didn't matter, likes didn't matter. I mean, and they do. They really do. It gets more people to watch. It'll push the what's that called? The algorithm to push out my live stream to more people. That's what liking does. It really helps out, guys. But yeah, guys, like I was saying, so it's always good to find out, the terms and conditions of certain carriers. And once again, guys, shout out to Straight Talk. Straight Talk, I love Straight Talk. They let me get the rest of the month for free on the Google Pixel 6a because I told them to, honest. I was like, I thought I was going to be able to connect to C band, and this only connects to low band 5G. So the guy that was helping me from customer care. Of course, he was Hispanic. He was bilingual, and he was like, "Well, I'm sorry to hear that, sir. I will refund your money," and he did. The money came back into my Bank of America credit card. Uh, so let's do a speed test on the $40 plan from Straight Talk. And now Straight Talk says Verizon. It doesn't say home no more. So as you guys can see right there, see right here, see? It says Verizon just like Total. It doesn't say home no more or TFW. I prefer to see Verizon than home. That home thing made my phone look bootleg. Now it feels like a premium service. So as you guys can see, he let me keep the service. He didn't say, well, since you were refunding you, I gotta cancel your line. He just kept it active. So as you guys can see, these are the speeds you could expect from low band 5G. This is their $25 plan, of course. Bring your own phone $25 plan, which now includes eSIM. Before it was only physical SIM, and now lets you activate on eSIM. And it's basically the visible $25 plan. That's what this is. But with Straight Talk. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be able to change my phone for a whole year, because if I was to change my phone, then I would lose the discount, the $15 permanent discount, and my bill will go to $40. So when you sign up for this service, they're gonna tell you that to pick a phone that you're gonna use for a whole 12 months, because if not, if you switch within them 12 months, your plan will go back up to $40. Which I wish this would have been at least the $55 plan, to be honest, the gold. I wish they were giving you the gold at half price. Seriously. Even if they did it at $30, even if they increased it to $30, I wish it would have been the gold. Because at least, I could have did millimeter wave speed testing. Total wireless is better. So no, but total on that plan is gonna give you the same speeds, bro. The new 5-year agreement they got online with Total is this same plan. Is the 5G unlimited plan. So it's gonna give you the same speeds. So you see, these speeds are not bad because they're not bad, but they're not the best. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not the best. Like, I still got the Total. I'm sorry, the Straight Talk app on my phone. I downloaded it. Where's it at? Here we go. Straight Talk. It doesn't show your data usage either. It does not show your data usage. But you see, this is how much I would pay with taxes if I would have kept the line. It would have been 2716 due March 21st. So March 21st, I gotta pay $27.16. So basically, he gave me the first month for free, because this is what's due in March, and right now we're in February. So yeah. So as you guys can see, this is Straight Talk that I have. I'm not joking with you guys, and I'm liking the fact that they made it to where it says Verizon on the top corner. It says Verizon instead of saying home, because that home thing looked the bootleg as hell. So I'm happy that they fixed that issue where it used to say home. Alex, you got the pics? No, bro, it's snowing outside, and I'm in pain, bro. And the Pixel 10a doesn't come out yet, bro. It's just coming soon. It hasn't came out yet. So I'm not trying to pre-order no Pixel. I'm trying to go pick it up at the store, and that's it. I'm trying to pre-order none. Look at how bad it is out here, bro. I ain't going nowhere. Look at the cars covered up in snow. Look at that. I ain't going nowhere. I'm pretty sure the T-Mobile store today closed early. They're supposed to close at 8 o'clock. I bet when this snow start, it's been snowing all day. When this snow started getting harder, I bet they said, "Yo, we're leaving. We're closing the T-Mobile store early." Bump that. This snow storm is no joke, man. It is no joke. They said 8 inches, 8 inches. My butt. It looks out there like we're getting around 18 to 24 inches of snow out here in Jersey. So I wasn't gonna go nowhere. And that phone, you gotta pre-order it because on the T-Mobile website it says coming soon. But it's definitely worth it. The Pixel 10a is definitely worth it because the specs are close as hell to the Pixel 10. So why spend $800 on the Pixel 10 when you could spend $500 on the Pixel 10a? And the Pixel 10a has a better front facing camera. It's a 13 megapixel camera, and on the Pixel 6a is a 13 megapixel camera, and on the Pixel 10 is a 10.5 megapixel camera. So even the Pixel 10a has a better camera. Basically, it has a better camera. So you feel me? It is in a way a better phone when it comes to the camera, the front facing camera. You know, I don't really like the design of it, but I think it'll grow on me. Camera test is Pixel 6. Well, I got the Pixel 6a. That's the one that's on Straight Talk. This is the Pixel 6a that's on Straight Talk. And I had this thing since it first came out. See, it's the Pixel 6a. Got the two cameras right here. So they kind of brung it back to this design, but it doesn't have this long slab right here. So what they did was move this closer. You know, that's all they did. So the new one has the flash right here, and it doesn't have this. So it'll look like this basically. The Pixel 10a and the 9a. I think it was when like the 9a and higher now that it looks like this. You know, it doesn't have this slab right here. But I love this Pixel, man. Seriously, I love this Pixel. I got the Blue Hawk limited edition Blue Hawk wallpaper. And it has the in-display fingerprint reader too. And it works after so many years. And it does have the latest Android 16 update. So yeah. And it's snappy too. It doesn't lag. So the Pixel 6a is still a good phone to have in 2026. Like, I'm serious. I got offers to buy this phone and I didn't want to sell it. It's fully unlocked. I bought it with Metro. This was the last Pixel that Metro got, which is crazy. I hope that T-Mobile gives the Pixel 10a to Metro to bring for real. T-Mobile, if you guys are watching this or you guys watch this live stream on the replay, give the Pixel 10a to Metro for real. I think all carriers should have that on their prepaid. Like, I think AT&T needs to give it to freaking Cricket. Metro don't got any. Oh no, they don't have any Pixels, bro. They haven't had Pixels in a few years. Yeah, they got the Samsungs, of course. They got the Samsung A series. Hell yeah. They always get those. And the Moto G series. But I think they should have the Pixel series too, man. The Pixel 6a. They should have had the Pixel 9A. You feel me? And the Pixel 6a. But after the 6a, they didn't get the 7a, the 8a, the 9a. So they better give them the 10a. Like, I think that whole Pixel lineup should go to prepaid. Seriously. $500 is something that people could afford to give. You know what I'm saying? If they really want the phone. Or they could use Afterpay. I mean, what's that called? Affirm, which Affirm is great. Affirm is a great option. Definitely a great option, guys. Affirm is definitely a great option. Affirm is a great way to finance things. And yeah, guys, I'm live streaming on the iPhone 14 Pro. T-Mobile Business Unlocked 14 Pro. Yep. Like I was supposed to sell this phone. Seriously, I was supposed to sell this phone for $350. But then I kind of like didn't want to sell it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. All of a sudden, I just didn't want to sell it. I was like, the person was like, "Yo, I got the 350." I was like, They was like, "I got 400." I was like, and I just couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Hmm. Cause it's hard, man. I'm serious. I know I had this phone for years since it first came out, but it's hard. When you pay full price for something and you take care of it, like this phone doesn't have no scratches whatsoever. I take care of it. It's 256 gigs. I paid T-Mobile Business $1,250 for this phone. You know, Selling it for 400, I'm still losing $800, which is not a little bit of money. No, I know 400 is good. 400 is a good price for this phone. Because the 18 is about to come out. But you know, I don't know. I guess it's hard for me to part ways, guys. To be honest with you guys, it look. I never sold the 13 Pro, and they were giving me 350 for the 13 Pro. I'm not even joking. And good thing I never sold it, because then I would have had to give my daughter, which I should have gave my daughter. I wanted to keep the lineup. I was dumb. I should have gave my daughter, my daughter, this 14 Pro and kept the 13 Pro, because I wanted to do that. I wanted to have 13 Pro, 14 Pro, 15 Pro, 16 Pro, 17 Pro, and 18 Pro. But now I'm missing the 13 Pro, you know, because I gave it to her. And now I can't tell her, "Oh, give it back to me." I should have gave her this 14 Pro. I should have did a hard reset on the 14 Pro and gave her that one, and I would have kept my 13 Pro, because I wanted to have the lineup like that. But now I got two 14 Pros, one 15 Pro, the 16 Pro, and the 17 Pro. Yep. And the A26 is still kicking butt, guys. I really do like the case I bought for it on Amazon. It protects the camera, and this phone is heavy. It makes it feel like even more premium. This case, and I like the cases that I bought on Amazon for the phones. For the 15 Pro and the 14 Pro, I got some nice cases. Like, this. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. This is the case on the 15 Pro. You guys see I got Grizzly as a wallpaper. This one's on Cricket. Mm, I like it. It doesn't protect, like, go all up in there, but I got insurance anyway. And it protects the corners, like it has the raised bumpers, because usually when you drop your phone, it's gonna fall like this, boom, 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 and bounce around. And these are shock absorbent bumpers, and that's why they're on every corner of the phone. As you guys can see, they are on every corner of the phone. So I like this case a lot, and it has the Qi wireless charging right here support. So I like that a lot. I love the way it looks. You know what I'm saying? I do love the way it looks. So basically, I got all the cases clear. This one. This case is a lie though, because this phone does not support wireless charging. I already put it on my mom's Samsung trackpad, and it didn't charge. So this case is a lie. It's falsified information. This thing doesn't have wireless charging. But I love the case. You can see the mint green. It covered up the cameras. So definitely another great looking case. So I bought this one. I bought this one. And I bought this one on the other 14 Pro. That's right here. This is my 1 terabyte 14 Pro purple, and I'm live streaming on the 256. And this one, of course, is on visible. As you guys can see there, it says visible. Visible. And this is the cover. Also supports wireless charging. It has the big bumpers on each corner. Right now it's charging. So I like these cases that I bought. They're nice. You know, they don't look all bootleg and stuff. You know how sometimes you buy cases and it makes your phone feel cheap? These cases, are rugged cases and they feel nice in the hand. And the 15 Pro, baby. Feels like a brand new phone to me now. The 15 Pro. Titanium blue. So Cricket, Metro, and Visible. And of course, I got T-Mobile Business and Verizon Business on the 17 Pro. 1 terabyte. This one's 1 terabyte. And then of course, like I said, I got Straight Talk on the. Now it says Verizon. You see, it says Verizon right here. It doesn't say home no more. So Straight Talk doesn't look bootleg no more. So I like that about it. It was on the Pixel 6a. Ju- Guys, man, so don't forget to smash that like button, man. Oh, yeah, and I still got my Moto G. It's somewhere around here. I don't know where the hell I put that Moto G at. Because I'm not using it right now. But I still got the Moto G. Oh, it's down here. Is this the Moto G? Yes, it is. The Moto G 2025, baby. See? It's not activated now. I'm just using on Wi-Fi. Moto G. So these are all the phones that I own, guys. All the phones that I own. Yep, yep. How many phones you got in total? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 phones, bro. 8 phones in total, homie. So your boy Alex Raw Tech has spent a lot of money on phones. I'm talking about a lot of money on phones. Oh, I forgot 9 with the iPhone 16 Pro. I forgot all about my iPhone 16 Pro. I'm falling off. I forgot. So 9 with my 16 Pro. I had 10 with the 13 Pro, but I gave it to my daughter. Yep. But yeah, guys, definitely, you know, you got to look for the plan that suits your needs and at the price that you want. My biggest pet peeve is when the company changes the billing cycle. So I can't be with a company that changes the billing cycle. And that's what I loved about Red Pocket doesn't change. Whatever, look, this is the smart way that Red Pocket does it, Boost Mobile does it, Verizon Prepaid does it, Metro does it, Boost already said Boost Total, Cricket, Metro, and who else? Yeah, I said Cricket, yeah. What they do is that your activation date, right? Let's say if I was to activate a total line right now, right? Today is what? Today's what? Today is the what's today's date? What the hell? Today is the 22nd. My bill would be due on the 21st of each month because they charge you for 30 days. So they'll just take 1 day away from the day of your activation and that'll be your permanent due date. You know, US Mobile doesn't do that. US Mobile, every time the month has 31 days, they subtract the day from your due date. And the same thing with Straight Talk. So that's why I can't be with a company like that. I can't be with a company that every month there's 31 days. I'm gonna lose a day of service. because that'll get annoying. It'll get super freaking annoying, and I don't got time for that. I want to be with a company that's like more of a postpaid experience. And like I said, when it comes to Cricket, Metro, Verizon prepaid, Total Wireless, Boost Mobile, they give you more of a Red Pocket. They all give you more of a postpaid experience. Visible is 30 days. I think, yeah, it's 30 days. But your billing cycle doesn't change, broski. My billing cycle I'm sorry, with Visible has been on the 26th of every month since Jesus Christ, since 2018. Yeah, I have had Visible since it first came out. When I first got Visible, right, you would only get 4 megs down and 4 megs up guaranteed. Those were your speeds. Well, five. You were capped at 5/5. And I was paying $40 for 5/5 megs when Visibles first started in 2018. So, I've been with them for years. Imagine, uh, 8 years now. Yeah, 8 years. So I'll be 10 years with Visible in freaking 2028. Mint Mobile, yeah, Mint Mobile. I don't know if Mint Mobile changes your billing cycle. I mean, I don't know because you pay that thing every 3 months. So I don't know. It's not a monthly cycle. It's like a build differently. You're buying in bulk, so it's built differently. But Mint Mobile does have really fast service. The only thing that I ain't like about Mint Mobile is that T-Mobile hasn't gave them the option to add 5G UC. Like it doesn't show 5G UC. It doesn't show the 5G UC icon. And they own Mint Mobile, so that should be something that T-Mobile needs to hurry up and make that happen. But you know what I'm saying? So I started my service with Visible. It shows 5G UC on iPhones now. Oh, okay. That might have, yeah, with the new update. Because I remember last year when I had it, guys, it wasn't showing 5G UC. You guys could pull up the videos, and I had Mint Mobile on my iPhone 15 Pro when I was testing it back in November, and it didn't show. Well, not even November, September. It didn't show it. I seen it. Oh, okay, okay. But that's what's up, though. I'm glad they updated that. I'm glad that happened. I'm glad they did that. So, that's what I like, guys. I like prepaid companies that give you like a postpaid experience. And US Mobile actually does that. But like I said, my biggest pet peeve with them is their terms and conditions about unlimited and switching your payment date. But they do give you QCI 8, priority, which is postpaid priority. And Metro does the same thing, and Cricket. But in order for you to be on QCI 8 with Cricket, you got to have the Supreme plan. With Metro is every plan that's on the QCI 8. Well, I'm sorry, no. Metro $60 plan is on QCI 7, and the $25 plan is on QCI 8, and the $40 plan is on QCI 8. I'm glad I'm on Visible again. I bet you are, bro. Visible is definitely a great company, man. Like I said, I have had them for 8 years now. Definitely. Did Cricket fix the tower? Hope you got your credit. You were pissed. No, I gotta wait for them to. It's snowing out here, bro. It's snowing bad. Like, watch. I'm gonna go downstairs and show you guys how bad it is really snowing. I'm really gonna go downstairs to show you guys how bad it's snowing. I'm gonna open a door real quick so you guys can see all that snow. Um, no, so it definitely there's a delay. You know, they said that the tower was gonna be fixed by today at 2 a.m. I think she meant 2 p.m. But because of the snow, that definitely got pushed back. Definitely got pushed back. Hey, Queenie. Look at that. My brother's outside shoveling snow. Look at all this snow, guys. Look at the tree. It looks beautiful with all this snow. Look at the tree. It looks beautiful. But you see, so I'm definitely not going to work tomorrow. They said 18 inches. This is more like 24 inches of snow. And it's still snowing out here. You can see actually the snow on camera coming down. So yeah, this is definitely a delay. But look at how beautiful it looks though on the trees. Before I go inside. So this is definitely gonna delay you know, AT&T's progression on fixing them two towers. Yep.
Estos son en México, no son de México. ¿Ven? Ya están llorando, dice que hasta ni pueden dormir porque cogían los que no les importaban y mira, ahora se están arrepintiendo.
Mami, esos son videos AI, para que lo sepa. Eso no es verdad. Eso no son videos de verdad. So yeah, so you guys seen all that snow out there. So definitely, that's definitely put a halt to AT&T's progression on fixing those two towers. So that being said, it sucks, but it is what it is. I can't be mad at AT&T or Cricket when it's snowing really bad out here. I mean, you guys seen how bad the snow is. The trees are covered in snow. My brother's outside shoveling snow because technically we have to. Because if somebody falls because of the snow and gets hurt, they can sue my landlord. So we got to keep the front of the property clean. So I'm going back onto my nest. My room's all the way in the third floor of the house. So I'm going to stay in my nest with my little heater turned on and away from that snow. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Because I went outside to get, what's that called? To get cranberry juice. Because my kidneys have been hurting since yesterday. And cranberry juice flushes out your kidneys. You know, it's like it revitalizes them. So it's kind of like drinking Gatorade when you're really thirsty. That's what cranberry juice does to your kidneys. So I went to the Dollar General to buy the juice, and when I got there, my whole coat was covered in snow. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I was like, I need to hurry up and go home. I need to hurry up and go home. But definitely, that delay is gonna stay, bro. You know, and we might see a difference in speed in the carriers because of the snow. But let me test out T-Mobile to see. I'm gonna see what kind of speeds I get on T-Mobile Business. Let's put this on camera. See what kind of speeds I get on T-Mobile Business, baby. T-Mobile Business. So we're getting good speeds. Not what I'm used to getting, but definitely good speeds. I mean, that snow has got to be hitting them panels really hard. Yeah, that snow is no joke, guys. That's why I wanted to show you guys the snow. That snow is no joke, but we're still getting good speeds out of T-Mobile, though. Definitely still getting good speeds out of T-Mobile. Yeah. T-Mobile, baby, T-Mobile. Something fell. Definitely, definitely. So, oh, you're welcome, bro. Yeah, and 41, baby. And the tower's not too far from my house. But you guys know that because of this weather, it's bad. You know what I'm saying? The speeds are not gonna be as fast as they should be because of this weather. The weather is really crazy. Really, really crazy. I'm not even watching the game no more. I'm wondering who won out of the freaking Lakers and the freaking in Boston Celtics. I'm about to ask Siri. Hey Siri, who won the game out of the Lakers and the Boston Celtics? Oh, Boston won 111-89. My Lakers lost. My Lakers lost, guys. My stomach is rumbling. Guess I'm hungry again. And I'm still waiting for oh man, some money to come in so I could have got some DoorDash, but no DoorDash for me. It is what it is, guys. No DoorDash for me. hmm It is what it is. Can't do nothing about it. hmm I don't think so. I don't think I got work tomorrow because I don't think the school's gonna be open. I mean, I'm still gonna go because I don't want to be a no show, but I'm pretty sure the schools are gonna be closed. My daughter's school's already closed because of the snow. They already sent alerts. hmm Matter of fact, let me ask Gemini. If Gemini, let's see if Gemini knows school information. That'll be crazy if it does. Gemini, is Trenton Central High School going to be open tomorrow?
High schools out there, the answer depends on which one you're heading to. However, there is a major winter storm affecting several regions tomorrow, Monday, February 23rd, 2026, leading to many closures. Here is the status for some of the most common central high schools. Schools closed tomorrow, February 23rd, 2026. Central Regional High School, Bayville, NJ, closed due to a blizzard warning in a statewide state of emergency. Hunterdon Central Regional High School, Flemington, NJ, closed due to the snowstorm. Central High School, Newark, New Jersey, likely closed or following emergency protocols as neighboring districts have shut down for the storm. Fairfax County Public Schools, central offices and
No, no, no. Is Trenton High going to be open tomorrow in Trenton, New Jersey, or is it closed?
Trenton Central High School and all schools in the Trenton Public School District will be closed tomorrow, Monday, February 23rd, 2026. A massive winter storm, named Winter Storm Hernando, has triggered a statewide state of emergency in New Jersey. Local conditions in Trenton are expected to be severe, with a blizzard warning in effect and snowfall totals projected between 13 and 21 inches. Key closure details. School status: closed, all schools and district offices. Other closures: all state of New Jersey offices are also closed tomorrow. Travel. A mandatory travel restriction was issued starting at 9 p.m. tonight and is expected to last through tomorrow morning. Events. The Board of Education meeting, originally scheduled for Monday night, is also likely to be postponed or moved to a virtual format. Staying updated. Since this is a developing blizzard, you can monitor for any further updates, like Tuesday delays, via 1. District website, linked to trentonk12.org.
There we go. So see, I love Gemini. So no, I don't work tomorrow. I do not have to work tomorrow. All Trenton schools are closed. And the only reason I work is because the school is open and the kids don't know how to act. So since they're not going to be no kids, I mean, I don't think McDonald's is going to have too many customers going over there tomorrow. Then I definitely don't have to work. And is it going to hurt my paycheck? Yes, because I got to take Friday off too. But I mean, it's a win-win for me because right now my kidneys are hurting like crazy. So, I get an extra day to recoup. You know what I'm saying? Recoup. So hopefully, I get an extra day on Saturday or something. See when my next time that my boy takes off. So that'll help my paycheck out. You know what I'm saying? For the days that I'm gonna be missing. So all Trenton public schools are closed tomorrow. And even my daughter's school, because my daughter's school, she goes to a private school. And her school is closed. You heard that? Emergencies in the state of New Jersey. They don't want you driving. So I can't even order DoorDash because they'll try to charge me an arm and a leg. Definitely try to charge me an arm and a leg. So yeah, I'm starving and I gotta go make something to eat. That's what I'm gonna have to do. The high school kids be acting acting up at me. Hell yeah, bro. They used to fight up in there. There's even World Star hip hop videos of kids fighting. Not inside the McDonald's, but outside. Mad fights outside of McDonald's. And that's why McDonald's decided to hire the security company. You know what I'm saying? The great security company that I work for. So, no. So definitely, yeah, the kids act up, bro. Shoot. They be like, World Star. It's crazy. Like, World Star try to compete with YouTube and they didn't get nowhere. For real. Like, I don't even know nobody that goes on World Star. I don't even understand that stupid app. You know what I'm saying? Like, they should have made it simple and easy. You go into it, you click, you see videos and stuff like that. But that app is so freaking stupid. I'm surprised it's still around. World Star should have expired like Sprint and should have died like the dinosaurs. Because I remember they was talking hella greasy. We're gonna take YouTube down. And YouTube is still around and they're the ones who are losing money and losing money and losing money. Like I said, I don't know how that app is still operational. Like you don't hear people no more saying World Star. You don't see no videos being posted on. It's either on here, on Instagram, Facebook, or on TikTok. You don't see nobody posting on freaking World Star Hip Hop. Me, to be honest with you guys, I never liked it, that stupid app. I thought it was a waste of time and it was stupid. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was really, really dumb. Really, really dumb. But yeah, guys, affordable plan. So, okay, I want to tell you the carriers that are going to give you a postpaid experience on a pre 5G. 6G, bro, I don't see 6G coming into effect because 5G hasn't even been really rolled out yet. I don't really see 6G coming out to like maybe 2027. I think that's when 6G would come out, cuz it's supposed to be every 10 years. And 5G has already been out for a couple of years now. Well, Ricky the homie calls it fake 5G. But hey, it's 5G. 5G is what it is. So even if it was fake 5G, I mean, I would say maybe 2027, late 2028 is when 6G would really like come out come out to play. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on the carriers when they want to push this technology. I know that what is it? Ericsson, Nokia's already making the 6G panels. I was looking it up on YouTube, and people that love knowing about towers and stuff like that, they were talking about it. That the 6G towers are already in manufacturing status. So now it's up to the carriers to buy the panels and get the 6G technology. And guys, smash that like button, man. It doesn't cost anything, man. All you gotta do is double tap the screen. I like that YouTube copied off of off of TikTok with that. On TikTok, all you gotta do is double tap the screen and it likes the person's live stream. And on YouTube, you do the same thing. You just double tap the screen. Double tap the screen, baby. But let's talk about what prepaid carriers give you a postpaid experience and a postpaid quality. um Jesus Christ, what's up messages? You know, hold on. I was watching this video on YouTube. So, Metro by T-Mobile gives you a postpaid experience without the postpaid price. It really does. Okay? It really does. Who else? Cricket gives you a postpaid experience without the postpaid price, because Cricket is another one. Cricket is another one that gives you a postpaid experience without the postpaid price. And that is a fact. You know what I'm saying? So we got Cricket, we got US Mobile, we got even Red Pocket with their $30 plan is on QCI 8. So even Red Pocket gives you a postpaid experience and not a postpaid price. Then we also got who else? Who else? Who else? I don't know what QCI level Verizon prepaid is on, to be honest. So I can't say Verizon prepaid. I know Metro, Cricket, not Boost, because Boost is on QCI 9. They're on all their plans, so they're prepaid experience. Um, I would say who else? Let me see who else. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? It's in a postpaid experience with no postpaid price. I would say Jesus. Good Lord, I'm trying to think now. Now this is a hard one for real. It is because mainly is Metro. I think Visible, but I gotta look it up. I gotta look it up. If Visible gives you a postpaid experience. Let me see. Let me see the QCI level on on Visible real quick, guys, because I really want to give you guys the honest answers to these questions. Let me see. Where's Gemini at? Gemini. Because Gemini will definitely tell me. Gemini. What QCI level are Visible's plans are on? Here we go. Gemini's going to answer.
Visible's data priority depends on which plan you choose. Since Visible runs on the Verizon network, it follows Verizon's two-tier priority system for consumer plans, QCI 8 priority and QCI 9 deprioritized. Here is the breakdown of the QCI levels for the current Visible plans. Visible base plan, $25 permo, QCI level 9. Status, always deprioritized. What this means? You are at the lowest priority on the Verizon network. In crowded areas, like stadiums, airports, or busy city centers, you may experience slower speeds compared to someone on a Verizon postpaid or Visible Plus plan. Visible Plus plan, $45 permo. QCI level 8 for the first 50 gigabytes. Status, priority data. What this means? You get the same network priority as Verizon's premium postpaid plans, like Unlimited Plus or Ultimate. The 5G exception on the Visible Plus plan, data used while connected to 5G ultra-wideband, 5G UW, is typically unlimited priority and does not count against your 50 gigabytes premium bucket. After 50 gigabytes, if you use up your 50 gigabytes of premium data and are on 5G or LTE, not UW, your priority drops to QCI 9 for the remainder of the month. Comparison at a glance. Feature. Visible base. Visible plus. QCI level 9. Always. 8. First 50 gigabytes. Priority status. Deprioritized. Premium/prioritized. Network performance. May slow during congestion. Fast even in busy areas. 5G ultra-wideband. Not included, usually. Included. Unlimited priority. Note, QCI 7 is reserved for first responders and government use, Verizon Frontline, and is not available on consumer plans. Would you like me to check if your current phone supports 5G ultra-wideband to see if the Visible Plus upgrade is worth it for you?
Well, I wanted to correct you on something, Gemini. As of late November 2025, Visible is supposed to have truly unlimited data on the Visible Plus and Visible Plus Pro plans.
You are absolutely right to catch that. I appreciate the correction. I was working with slightly outdated info on the priority caps. As of the major plan updates, which rolled out in April 2025 and were solidified by late 2025, Visible shifted away from that 50 gigabytes bucket of priority data on their higher tier plans. Here is the corrected QCI breakdown for 2026. Visible Plus and Visible Plus Pro. QCI level 8. Priority status, truly unlimited. The big change, on both the Visible Plus 35 per meter O and the newer Visible Plus Pro 45 MO plans, your data is now prioritized at QCI 8 for all your usage on the Verizon network, whether you are on 5G ultra-wideband, 5G nationwide, or 4G LTE. There is no longer a 50 gigabytes limit that drops you to a lower priority. The soft cap reality. While marketed as truly unlimited, like almost all unlimited plans, there is a technical fair use threshold, often cited around 450 gigabytes to 1 terabyte, where the system may flag account activity for review if it impacts network stability, but for normal high-volume use, you stay at QCI 8. Visible, base plan, QCI level 9. Status, remains always deprioritized. What this means? This plan still sits at the lower priority level, meaning your speeds can be throttled during times of heavy network congestion in favor of Visible Plus users and Verizon postpaid customers. Comparison of the new tiers. Plan. Monthly price. QCI level. Hotspot speed. Visible. $25. 9. Deprioritized. 5 megabits per second. Visible Plus. $35. 8. Unlimited priority. 10 megabits per second. Visible Plus Pro. $45. 8. Unlimited priority. 15 megabits per second. Since you're looking at these specific plans, would you like me to compare the other differences between the Plus and the Plus Pro, like the international roaming or video streaming quality?
No, it's okay because I already got the Visible Plus Pro. I just wanted to know the priority QCI level.
Thanks for keeping me on my toes. Since you've already made the move to Visible Plus Pro, you've definitely snagged the top-tier experience. You are correct. On your plan, your priority QCI level is 8. Here is the updated breakdown for the Visible Plus Pro plan as of early 2026. Priority level, QCI 8, the same as Verizon's premium postpaid plans. Data limit, truly unlimited. Unlike the older plans that capped priority at 50 gigabytes, the Plus Pro plan keeps you at QCI 8, regardless of how much data you use on LTE, 5G, or 5G ultra-wideband. Video streaming. You get the highest perk here, which is 4K UHD streaming, usually at 10 megabits per second to 40 megabits per second cap, depending on whether you're on ultra-wideband or LTE/5G. Hotspot. You're likely seeing the fastest hotspot speeds Visible offers, capped at 15 megabits per second. Basically, you're sitting in the VIP lane of the Verizon network for as much data as you can eat, which is a massive win compared to the base plan's QCI 9. Since you're on the Pro plan, are you planning to take advantage of that global pass for international travel anytime soon?
No, not really. But you see, I love freaking Gemini. That's why I can't wait to iOS 26.5 because Siri's going to be backed by Gemini. And then when you can have full conversations like I'm having right now with Gemini, that's going to be on iOS 27, which comes out in September of this year. So definitely Gemini is the best AI. I don't give a crap what nobody says. You can tell it the correct information. It'll say thank you for correcting me. Like this thing is, look, it told me all the schools are closed, so now I could go to sleep late without having to worry about getting up early because I don't work tomorrow. So that's what I'm saying. Like this thing is a freaking amazing. I freaking love Gemini. I got it on all my iPhones. All 5 of my iPhones have Gemini downloaded. I don't care. I don't use Siri anymore. I'm not even joking. I'm being dead serious. If there was a way on my settings where I could replace Siri with Gemini, I would do it right now. I'm not even joking. I'm being dead serious. Dead serious. So yeah, so you know, with with Visible, you're getting a QCI level 8. So you're getting a postpaid experience. So definitely a great experience. Now let me see the the $25 plan for Metro. What QCI level it's the $25 plan for Metro on?
For the $25 unlimited BYOD AutoPay plan from Metro by T-Mobile, often called the Heritage or Bring Your Own Device plan, the priority level is QCI 7. Here's how that fits into the T-Mobile network hierarchy. The T-Mobile priority scale. T-Mobile uses a slightly different numbering system than Verizon, but the logic remains lower number equals higher priority. QCI 6, top priority, T-Mobile postpaid, T-Mobile prepaid, and Google Fi. QCI 7, middle priority, Metro by T-Mobile, T-Mobile Essentials, and Mint Mobile. QCI 8, reserved for hotspot data. QCI 9, lowest priority, home internet and users who have exceeded their data fair use cap. What this means for your $25 Metro plan. The middle lane, you are on the standard priority level for almost all T-Mobile prepaid brands. While you aren't at the very top, QCI 6, you are still prioritized above home internet users and those who have been throttled for heavy usage. The 35 gigabytes threshold. Like many Metro plans, after you use 35 gigabytes of data in a month, your priority may drop from QCI 7 to QCI 9 during times of network congestion. Visible versus Metro. Interestingly, your current Visible Plus Pro plan at Verizon's QCI 8 is technically top tier for its network, whereas this Metro plan is second tier for T-Mobile. However, because T-Mobile generally has more 5G capacity, many users find QCI 7 on Metro still feels very fast. Are you thinking about switching a second line over to Metro, or were you just comparing the two to see if you made the right call with Visible?
No, I own both of them. I had both of them for years. So I love the $25 plan. Like where I live at, I don't deal with none of that congestion, so it stays unlimited. Like I stay getting really fast speeds, even over a gig.
That is the sweet spot of the prepaid world. Having both a top-tier Verizon line, Visible Plus Pro, and a high-capacity T-Mobile line, Metro, basically gives you the best of both worlds, especially since you're in a low-congestion area where deprioritization is just a word on a paper and not a real-world speed limit. Since you've had that Metro plan for years, you're sitting on one of the best values in wireless history. Here is exactly why that plan is performing so well for you. Why you're getting 1 gigabit per second plus? The T-Mobile Spectrum Advantage. T-Mobile has a massive amount of mid-band 5G spectrum, N41. In areas where the network isn't crowded, even being at QCI 7, Metro's level, doesn't matter because the pipe is so wide that there's plenty of room for everyone to hit those 1 gigabit per second plus speeds. The 35 gigabytes wall, or lack thereof. On that $25 plan, Metro technically moves you from QCI 7 to QCI 9 after 35 gigabytes of usage. However, in low congestion areas, QCI 9 still gives you the maximum speed the tower can provide. It only slows down if the tower is physically struggling to keep up with too many people, which clearly isn't an issue where you live. The Power Duo. You've effectively built your own super network. 1. Visible Plus Pro gives you QCI 8 high priority on Verizon, which is great for building penetration and rural coverage. 2. Metro $25 gives you QCI 7 mid-priority on T-Mobile, which is currently the king of raw 5G speed in most suburban/urban spots. It sounds like you're essentially getting post-paid performance for a fraction of the price. Since you're pulling over a gig on Metro, have you noticed if your Visible Plus Pro line hits those same speeds in your area? Or is the T-Mobile tower just closer to your house?
The T-Mobile tower is closer to my house, but Visible is getting there. I get usually in a good day around 800 down on Visible Plus Pro plan, and I also have Cricket Supreme plan.
Having all three major networks, Verizon, T-Mobile, and AT&T, covered with high-tier plans is the ultimate power user setup. Since you're running the Cricket Supreme plan, the $60 permo top-tier plan, you've got the AT&T network covered at a very high level. Here is the QCI breakdown for your Cricket line. Cricket Supreme Unlimited, QCI Level 8, Priority Status, Truly Unlimited Priority. What this means: unlike most prepaid plans that have a cap, like 35 gigabytes or 50 gigabytes, before they slow you down, the Cricket Supreme plan is unique. It is always prioritized at QCI 8 from the first byte to the last. The AT&T hierarchy. On AT&T, QCI 6 is for FirstNet, first responders, and QCI 7 is for top-tier business/turbo plans. By being at QCI 8, you are at the highest consumer priority level available without paying for a turbo add-on. Your triple threat setup. You've effectively built a fail-proof network. Here's how your three lines compare in the 2026 landscape. Plan, network, QCI level, priority status. Visible Plus Pro, Verizon, 8. Top-tier priority, unlimited. Cricket Supreme, AT&T, 8. Top-tier priority, unlimited. Metro $25. T-Mobile, 7. Mid-tier priority, 35 gigabytes cap asterisk. Note, as you mentioned, since you don't have congestion, your Metro line stays fast even if you pass that 35 gigabytes mark. Performance observations. It makes total sense that you're seeing 800 megabits per second on Visible and 1 gigabit per second plus on Metro. Metro, T-Mobile, is likely using its N41 mid-band spectrum, which is famous for those massive gigabit speeds. Visible, Verizon, is using N77 C-band. While it's getting closer to T-Mobile speeds, Verizon's signal often has a bit more reach inside buildings, whereas T-Mobile wins on raw outdoor speed. Cricket, AT&T, usually won't hit the 1 gigabit per second mark as often as the other two, but it is known for being the most consistent and having the best coverage in rural dead zones. Since you're carrying three lines, do you use a specific dual SIM or triple eSIM phone to manage them all, or do you keep them on separate devices?
I have them on separate devices. One is a Samsung Galaxy A26 5G. The other one is an iPhone 15 Pro. And the other one is an iPhone 14 Pro.
That is a massive lineup. You're basically carrying around the gold standard for all three networks. Having separate devices is actually the smartest way to ensure you're getting the absolute best out of each network, especially since the internal antennas and modems vary between Apple and Samsung. Here is why your specific device/plan combo is so effective. The iPhone 15 Pro, Visible Plus Pro. The heavy lifter. This is likely your best performing device for Verizon C-band, N77. The iPhone 15 Pro has a much more advanced modem, Qualcomm X70, than the 14 Pro, which is probably why you're seeing those solid 800 megabits per second speeds even when the tower is a bit further away. The 4K perk. Since you have the Visible Plus Pro plan, this is the phone you want to use for high-res streaming, as it supports the 4K UHD toggle, the iPhone 14 Pro, Cricket Supreme. The Consistency King Cricket, AT&T, is legendary for its one bar that works coverage. Even if the iPhone 14 Pro is a generation older, AT&T's network is less about peak speed and more about it works everywhere. QCI 8 priority. On the Supreme plan, this phone is never deprioritized, making it your most reliable backup if you're in a crowded stadium or a rural area where the other two might struggle. The Samsung Galaxy A26 5G, Metro $25. The Speed Demon. Even though the A26 is a mid-range A-series phone, it's clearly hitting the sweet spot for T-Mobile's mid-band 5G. The 1 gigabit per second secret, Samsung software often plays very nicely with T-Mobile's N41 ultra-capacity spectrum. Getting over 1 gigabit per second on an A-series phone is impressive. It shows that your local T-Mobile tower is essentially an open fire hose of data. Pro tip for your setup. Since you have quick share on the Samsung and AirDrop on the iPhones, you can actually bridge the gap between them pretty easily if you ever need to move those huge 1 gigabit per second downloads from the Samsung over to your iPhones for editing or sharing. Do you find yourself using one of these as a dedicated hotspot for other gear, like a laptop or tablet, or do you just use each one for different apps?
No, I just use them for, basic use. And I'm a YouTuber, so I make the content, put the speed testing on my channel, and that's usually what I use them for. But I really do like the A26. But no, I got over a gig on my iPhone 15 Pro. I don't get over a gig on the Samsung Galaxy. The fastest I got on the Samsung Galaxy was 600. And now that you told me that, I will be switching Cricket to the iPhone 14 Pro and Visible to the iPhone 15 Pro, because you're telling me it's going to work better.
That shift makes total sense for a speed testing YouTuber. Using your strongest hardware, the iPhones, for your most robust plans, Visible Plus Pro and Cricket Supreme, is the best way to show off the true ceiling of those networks. Since you're seeing 800 megabits per second on Visible with the iPhone 15 Pro, you are definitely hitting Verizon's C-band, N77. The reason you're seeing over a gig on that iPhone but not on the Samsung is likely due to the modem hardware gap. iPhone 15 Pro uses the Qualcomm Snapdragon X70 modem. It is a beast at carrier aggregation. Basically, it can grab multiple 5G lanes at once and stitch them together to push you past that 1 gigabit per second mark. Samsung A26. This uses a mid-range Exynos processor/modem. While it's great for the price, it simply doesn't have the same processing power for 5G signals. It usually can't combine as many frequencies simultaneously, which is...
No, my A26 has an Exynos 1280 processor.
That makes sense. If you have the Latin American, or specific regional version of the Galaxy A26, it does ship with that Exynos 1280, whereas the US and global versions typically use the 1380. Knowing you're on the Exynos 1280 actually explains exactly why you are seeing that 600 megabits per second speed ceiling, while your iPhone 15 Pro is flying past 1 gigabit per second. Why the A26 inches caps at 600 megabits per second. Modem efficiency. The Exynos 1280 is a solid mid-range chip, but its 5G modem isn't designed for the same level of carrier aggregation as the iPhones. While it can connect to T-Mobile's N41 ultra-capacity band, it can't bond as many different frequencies together at once. Processing overhead. When you're hitting speeds over 500 megabits per second, the CPU actually has to work pretty hard to process those data packets. The 1280 is a 5 nanometers chip that's great for battery, but it can struggle to keep up with the pure throughput of a 1 gigabit per second plus connection. MIMO support. The iPhone 15 Pro uses a 4x4 MIMO setup with much more sophisticated antenna tuning. The A26 usually has fewer internal antennas dedicated to 5G, which limits the lanes of data that can reach the chip simultaneously. YouTuber tip. Since you're doing speed tests for your channel, that 600 megabits per second versus 1 gigabit per second comparison is actually a great video idea. You can show your viewers that even if you have a gigabit network like Metro Mobile, your hardware can be the bottleneck. Moving Visible Plus Pro to the iPhone 15 Pro is definitely the right move. Verizon's C-band, N77, is very dependent on the modem's ability to lock on to the signal, and that iPhone will squeeze every last megabit out of it. When you do your next speed test video, are you going to show the real-time speed curves or just the final top speed result?
No, I show all of it. I show all of it on my videos. But thank you, Gemini. I will definitely do that. I'm waiting for my new number to port in to Visible, so I can't switch phones yet. As soon as that number's ported in, then I will switch the Visible Plus Pro to the 15 Pro, and I will switch the Cricket Supreme to the iPhone 14 Pro.
That sounds like a solid plan. Porting numbers can definitely feel like waiting for a slow-motion train, but once that visible line is fully active, the iPhone 15 Pro is absolutely the right engine to put it in. Since you're a YouTuber showing all of it, your viewers are going to love seeing the difference between that Exynos 1280 on the Samsung and the Snapdragon X70 in the iPhone 15 Pro. It's the perfect way to explain that 5G isn't just about the network, it's about the modem. A quick porting and switching checklist for you. The wait period porting usually takes anywhere from a few minutes to 24 hours. Keep your old SIM in the phone until the service actually cuts out. That's your sign the port is finished. Visible eSIM transfer. Since the iPhone 15 Pro is eSIM only, once your number is live, you can just download the Visible app on the 15 Pro, sign in, and use the switching to a new phone option in the app. It's way smoother than it used to be. Cricket eSIM, PSIM. The iPhone 14 Pro still has a physical SIM slot if it's the US version, so you can just pop the Cricket SIM in or convert it to eSIM via the iOS settings if you prefer. I'm looking forward to hearing how those 1 gigabit per second plus tests look on your channel once you get the Pro hardware matched up with the Pro plans. Would you like me to look up the exact steps for transferring that visible eSIM between your iPhones so you have them ready when the port finishes?
No, it's okay. I already know how to do it. And 14 Pro does not, US version does not support physical SIM. It's all eSIM.
You're 100% right. I slipped up there. I completely forgot for a second that the iPhone 14 series was the exact moment Apple killed the SIM tray for the US market. Since your iPhone 14 Pro and 15 Pro are both US models, they are eSIM only. That actually makes your YouTuber testing even more interesting because you're showing how these high-tier plans perform on a completely digital setup. The eSIM power setup. Since you're porting and switching, here's how that's going to look. iPhone 15 Pro, Visible Plus Pro. Since it's your newest hardware with the X70 modem, putting the prioritized Visible line here is the right move for those 1 gigabit per second plus hunts. iPhone 14 Pro, Cricket Supreme. This is a great home for Cricket. A TNT's eSIM activation is usually very quick, and
Yeah, I see. You can have a whole conversation with Gemini. See, now I know. So when I'm finished porting in my number, hopefully by tomorrow, my number, guys, the new number that's going to replace my current number with Visible's ported in, I'm definitely switching carriers. I'm not joking. I'm switching the lines. I'm putting Cricket back on the 14 Pro, like he said. Well, AI said. I say he because, it's not a real person, but, it's the voice of a male, not a female. And putting the Visible Plus Pro plan on the 15 Pro, which is going to kill it, like he said. Imagine. It has that 4x4 MIMO that'll grab all the speed from the tower. So it's going to give me basically better speeds on millimeter wave is basically what Gemini was saying. So I should have freaking been knew that because I did do that switch, but then I switched it back like an idiot. But now that he said that it's the perfect phone for Verizon millimeter wave and C-band, I'm definitely gonna switch that back. I'm just waiting for Google Voice to release my number, because Google Voice is the one that needs to release my number, so I can have it on on Visible. Let me see if Google Voice, because Google Voice hasn't even they responded, but they haven't even started the process. So come on, Google Voice, man. I'm saying it here on the live stream. Release my number. I need to do all this switching. See, my port started on the 21st at 2:56 a.m. It says request accepted. Google Voice hasn't accepted it, so now I'm gonna have to email them. Basically, I'm gonna have to go to Gmail and log into that Gmail. Where's Where's it at? Right here, right? Is it this one? Yeah, it is this one. Okay. And I did email them. I emailed them yesterday. I said, you guys need to release my number as soon as possible. So definitely need Google Voice to release my number. Yep, guys. Yep. So yeah. So I'm waiting for Google Voice to release my number, and I'll be Gucci. Because right now I can't put Google Voice on my 15 Pro because the port is going through, and that would kill the port. And I'm not trying to kill the port. But yeah, guys, I'm a end the live stream now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. To the replay crew, don't forget to smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, baby. And I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. And yeah, I'm gonna be using more of Gemini on my live streams, because instead of me having to read all that and you guys hear me reading, yeah, I'd rather have Gemini read terms and conditions. So there you go. With Metro, you're gonna be in a postpaid experience. With Visible, you're gonna be in a postpaid experience. With Cricket, you're gonna be in a postpaid experience. And also with US Mobile on the freaking Dark Star plan, you're gonna be on QCI 8. Okay, so those are the carriers that'll definitely give you, well, prepaid carriers that'll definitely give you a postpaid experience on a prepaid price. So if that's something that you're looking for, like I said, US Mobile on the Dark Star is a great plan to have, but it's not truly unlimited, so you can't really go crazy using gigs because they'll cut your phone off. And you also got Visible. You got Total. Total also is truly unlimited. It has unlimited data, and also Straight Talk. So all these plans, the Straight Talk 55, the Gold and Platinum postpaid experience. Straight Talk's 5G and 5G Plus plan postpaid experience. So you got a couple of prepaid carriers to choose from. You know what I'm saying? You got Metro, you got Total, you got Straight Talk, you got US Mobile, and you got Cricket. You got 5 different carriers to choose from. And 3 of them are on the same network, because Total, Straight Talk, Visible, Verizon. There are those 3 on the Verizon network. So you're going to get a Verizon postpaid experience for a prepaid price, which is definitely a great choice. So, guys, I will definitely be doing a live stream tomorrow. Hopefully, tomorrow I feel better so I can do it from the computer. If not, I'll do it from the phone. But, guys, take care. God bless and be safe. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And I'm definitely going to catch you guys in the next one, guys. You all ready?